the brass of the old coffee mill, letting the heavy heart finally be still. The dust of the past softly blows away, leaving the ghost of a yesterday. Within the amber alcove's gentle grace, I find a weightless and quiet place. The rain washes the sorrow down the glass, watching the burdens gently pass. A single orange flame resting on the wick. No more illusions or a magic trick, just the bare and beautiful truth of the night, bathed in a soft and forgiving light. Within the amber alcove's gentle grace, I find a weightless and quiet place. The rain washes the sorrow down the glass, watching the burdens gently pass. The hands are empty, the mind is clear. Nothing to hold on to, nothing to fear. A porcelain cup on the wooden grain, a quiet symphony of the falling rain. Within the amber alcove, nothing to hold, just breathing out. Folding the corners of a faded map, while raindrops fall in a gentle tap. Dust is settling on the wooden frame as the wind whispers a forgotten name. Inside the clockwork lullaby of night, we let the memories soften in the light. The ticking gears begin to slowly wind, leaving the rush of the weary world behind. fingers winding up the copper spring, remembering the way you used to sing. No rush to fix the pieces that are torn, just waiting softly for another morn. Inside the clockwork lullaby of night, we let the memories soften in the light. The ticking gears begin to slowly wind, leaving the rush of the weary world behind. A single candle burns a quiet gold, a tiny warmth against the evening cold, an orange flicker in the heavy gloom, chasing the shadows across the quiet room. In the clockwork lullaby, winding down, letting it rest. Polishing the brass of an old astrolabe, while the shadows dance in the quiet nave. The rain turns to stardust falling from the sky as the heavy world softly passes by. In the midnight conservatory, time is unbound, a surreal and beautiful echoing sound, where the memories float like leaves on the breeze, finding a moment of magical ease. An orange glass orb begins to softly glow, lighting up the ferns in the row below. Fingers tracing the curves of the wooden stand, holding a piece of heaven in my hand. In the midnight conservatory, time is unbound, a surreal and beautiful echoing sound, where the memories float like leaves on the breeze, finding a moment of magical ease. stars fall. Inside the copper-lit haven, time unwinds, a gentle shelter for wandering minds. The rain taps a rhythm on the darkened glass as the quiet ghosts of yesterday softly pass. Fingers carefully turn the golden gear, winding the pocket watch, pulling memories near. Every tick is a heartbeat, every talk is a sigh, under the weight of the midnight sky. A forgotten letter rests on the velvet chair. The scent of old perfume lingers in the air. No need to read the words that blur and blend, just feeling the comfort of an absent friend. Inside the copper-lit haven, time unwinds, a gentle shelter for wandering minds. The rain taps a rhythm on the darkened glass as the quiet ghosts of yesterday softly pass. A single ember pulses bright and warm, a glowing orange heart against the storm. The shadows dance a slow, familiar sway before the morning steals the night away. Inside the copper-lit haven, just the ticking, letting it rest. Dust motes dance in the sleepy air, a faded book on the wooden chair. The hands of the clock have lost their way, softly breathing in the quiet day. Fingers trace the rim of porcelain white, holding pieces of the fading light, polishing the wood of a memory kept, while the tired world has softly slept. In the amber sanctuary, shadows fall, a golden grace that covers all. No summer wind and a peaceful me. A copper kettle catches the sun, reflecting moments one by one. The grain of the table, worn and sweet, a quiet miracle at my feet. In the amber sanctuary, evening sighs beneath the calm of darkening skies. No rush to leave, no place to be, just the summer wind and a peaceful me. The golden flame of a single lamp, chasing away the twilight damp, an orange glow upon the face. Time surrenders to this space. In the amber sanctuary, closing the book, let the shadows stay. Frail petals pressed beneath a heavy spine, preserving the ghost of a summer vine. Raindrops map silver constellations on the glass, watching this surreal midnight pass. Within the sepia parlor's warm embrace, time forgets its steady earthly pace. Shadows waltz across the wooden floor, like quiet lovers from the days of yore. Dust suspended in a beam of gold, a silent miracle, beautiful and old. The copper horn of an antique machine, glowing orange in the hazy scene. Within the sepia parlor's warm embrace, time forgets its steady earthly pace. Shadows waltz across the wooden floor, like quiet lovers from the days of yore. The candlelight bends the air so sweet, a quiet magic magic resting at my feet. No gravity to hold the memories down, floating softly above the sleeping town. Within the sepia parlor, just the shadows dancing in the rain. Braiding stems of dried lavender blue under the eaves where the light leaks through. The steady silver rhythm overhead, painting peace where the shadows tread. Fingers tracing patterns on a dusty chest, where the heavy ghost of summer rest. No need to speak, no need to explain, just the soft compassion of the rain. In the rain-washed attic, the hours slow, bathed in a hazy and golden glow. The silvered world is a distant hum when the noisy heart goes finally numb. Old photographs scattered on the wood. Everything is exactly as it should. A quiet miracle in a small retreat, where the bitter and the honey meet. In the rain-washed attic, the hours slow, bathed in a hazy and golden glow. The silvered world is a distant hum when the noisy heart goes finally numb. An old brass lantern begins to breathe. Orange light is all we need to leave, a glowing anchor in the velvet night. Everything is soft, everything is right. draws a curtain across the street, a quiet retreat where the memories meet. Here in the sepia study, the hours spent sitting alone with an unseen friend. The ticking of time is a gentle song where the ghosts of the past quietly belong. An amber paperweight catches the gloom, throwing an orange warmth across the room, pressing the pages so they will not fold, guarding the stories that are growing old. Here in the sepia study, the hours spent sitting alone with an unseen friend. The ticking of time is a gentle song where the ghosts of the past quietly belong. The ink may fade to a softer gray, but the weight of the words will always stay. A beautiful sadness in the falling rain, washing the window again and again. In the sepia study, close the book, let it rain. Smoothing the folds of a linen square while the rain breathes cool in the midnight air. A distant whistle on a lonely track, no heavy thoughts to call me back. Upon the silvered sill, the droplets stay, washing the dust of the world away. Safe in the quiet of the shadowed room, where peace has finally found its bloom. An amber teapot catches the faint street light, a warm orange beacon in the heart of the night, pouring a cup finest brew, a quiet communion with a memory of you upon the silvered sill. The droplets stay, washing the dust of the world away, safe in the quiet of the shadowed room, where peace has finally found its bloom. The storm sings a slow and steady hum when the noisy world goes completely numb. A porcelain warmth against my palm, sinking deep into the midnight calm. Upon the silvered sill, let the rain fall, drifting to sleep. Beneath the slumbering willow shade, the noisy world begins to fade. A quiet breeze across the lawn, we let the afternoon drag on. A needle weaves a linen thread, mending frayed edges on the bed. Hands moving slow with nothing to prove, finding peace in the gentle groove. A sleeping hound upon the floor, sunlight pools around the door. The cicadas hum a lazy tune, serenading the pale afternoon. Beneath the slumbering willow shade, the noisy world begins to fade. A quiet breeze across the lawn, we let the afternoon drag on. A peach marmalade jar on the sill, glowing orange, bright and still, catching the light of the sinking sun. A silent thank you for a day well done. Beneath the slumbering willow shade. Dried leaves scatter on the wooden floor. A golden shadow rests beside the door. The heavy burdens of the morning light float away like dust in plain sight. Fingers press into the cooling clay, shaping the quiet of the passing day. No need to hurry, no need to mend, just letting the frayed edges blend in the terracotta afternoon. We surrender to a softer tune. Weightless steps upon the stone, finding comfort in the great unknown. A cup of chamomile begins to steam, a warm companion to a waking dream. The hands are resting, the work is through. The world is painted in a muted hue in the terracotta afternoon. We surrender to a softer tune. Weightless steps upon the stone, finding comfort in the great unknown. A jar of amber honey catches fire, glowing orange like a calm desire. The sweetest nectar of a simple hour, a gentle magic in a quiet power in the terracotta afternoon. Weightless now, drifting away. The hour hand begins to sigh, a silver moon across the sky. I watch the shadows slowly spin, a quiet world we're resting in. Fingers brush the dusty shelf, a hidden piece of my old self. The coffee cools within the cup as memories keep bubbling up. In the velvet hourglass of night, we lose the day and find the light, the gentle rain upon the glass, watching golden moments pass. flickering candle paints the wall. I hear the distant midnight call, the rhythm of a ticking clock, a rusty key within the lock. In the velvet hourglass of night, we lose the day and find the light, the gentle rain upon the glass, watching golden moments pass. An amber glow begins to fade within the comfort we have made. No need to hold the fading line, just leaning back and feeling fine in the velvet hourglass. Letting go, watching it fall. A drop of water traces down, far away from the sleeping town, folding edges of a paper sheet, where the past and present softly meet. By the weeping windowsill, the heavy world is completely still, a gentle lullaby of falling gray, washing all the busy thoughts away. An orange ember breathing in the grate, no need to hurry, it is never late. Smoothing out the ink with patient hands, quietly shifting like the hourglass sands. By the weeping windowsill, the heavy world is completely still, a gentle lullaby of falling gray, washing all the busy thoughts away. The silver river on the pane, a sweet surrender to the rain. Every drop a story safely kept, while the weary afternoon has slept. By the weeping windowsill, let it wash Within the lines of faded ink, the heavy hours start to sink. A quiet room, a turning page, the gentle softening of age. A wooden box upon the desk, shadows falling in a slow grotesque, fingers tracing over letters old, stories that have already been told. The silver spoon against the glass, watching slow reflections pass. No need to mend what isn't torn, just waiting for another gentle morn. Within the lines of faded ink, the heavy hours start to sink. A quiet room, a turning page, the gentle softening of age. A golden light begins to bloom from a single lamp across the room, chasing away the twilight chill, leaving everything peaceful and still. Within the faded ink, close the box, let it sleep.